that is being thrown out by Team Vitality, TT Global are just able to respond in kind.
So I think the challenge here for Vitality is, can you contest those neutral objectives? Can you get those fixed resources, your jungle camps? Can you make sure that TT Global does not get a steal? And of course, can you continue on that first blood train you have been on? Vitality have been really successful in that marker so far, and they just need to add on to that success.
Yeah, I liken it to, like, you know, when you're playing chess against somebody who's very good, like a grandmaster or whatever, right? You might have some early game leads, like your opening might be very good and you might be able to steal a piece or two, but TT Global are like the grandmasters at the end of the day. They've seen this before, and they know when they can take advantage of it and take it back.
Yes, so it is important for Vitality. Look, it's a lesson that is still continue to be learned for the side of Vitality, but you can still perform your best. Leave no regrets on the gorge.
Yeah, and going into this one, this is pretty much all for all in, right? Team Vitality need to do whatever they can to stay alive in this series. They need to really take the fight to them. Continue that momentum in the game from what was last in Game 3. Continue that on. See if, you know, they can overcome that mid-game.
I like this. Neil, once again, helping to speed up the jungle, trying to get the start onto that Azure Golem. Now, Ching, he's going to make the trade. And if they get this, Sao Lei not going to be in a very good position. He is already half a level behind Ching.
Yeah, half a level behind, which is pretty huge considering, Ching, you'd never want to be around that situation. But Zan looking to steal as well. Team Vitality are like, hey, we're not going to take this standing down or sitting down. We're going to be very aggressive. We want to take everything from you.
Yes, they need to keep this aggressive behavior, right? So not only do you protect your own buffs, you need to take things away from TT Global as well.
Yeah, it's all about just stealing things, taking things away, and just trying to build a bit of a lead. I mean, they've gotten some kills, and that was uncharacteristic of TT Global to be cowed out a couple times, but it was the constant farming that TT Global were able to do of just finding that farm and extract everything on the map.
So they actually start off with the numbers advantage, after which, when they have the gold advantage, they force you in a 4-1 composition fights, where TT gets a split push. You're stuck there trying to deal with the 4 different members on the side of TT Global.
Yeah, but now TT Global just looking to invade. Again, even with those boars, making it tough for Team Vitality to get anything going. They know the power of what Zankyu brings. He's been able to catch out a couple members of TT Global throughout the series, and you want to slow him down as much as possible.
Yes, because you definitely want to keep Snowy alive. Snowy, as a whole, it's quite dangerous for him because he does not have an escape mechanism aside from the flash. So if Zankyu actually gets his hands on Snowy, I think Snowy is probably gone and done for.
Yeah. It's more about his survivability, right? Keeping everyone else, ensuring that he just stays alive so that he can do that damage. If you're looking at the rest of the lineup, you have some damage in Ching, definitely going to be there, but Sunrise and Crane are more about that sustainability, the stun lock, and that utility.
It's going to be room ball, right? Sunrise and Ching, their whole gameplay is to make sure they push you back so that Snowy gets a little bit more safety. And with distance, that is going to enrage and embrace his ultimate to be a stronger version of itself.
Yeah, Zan with that Flaming Palm right into Snowy, who's taking most of that. The Wave Breaker, again, it's all about that sustain, giving him a chance. He doesn't want, obviously he doesn't want to leave the lane, and Joy needs to keep him up as much as possible.
Yes, now take a look at the growth here. Sunrise and Zankyu. I think this is something, look, Sunrise is now keeping pace with Zankyu in terms of like pacing gold, EXP. So Sunrise bringing it to Zankyu.
Yeah, and keeping it very close on this one, but they're going to get a little serious in the top lane. The knockoff has been used, but Ching not able to find the pickoff, and Ching has to dash away. Needs to be careful here. He's solo.
That one was good. They knew Ching didn't have his ultimate. They wanted to force out the kill as well. Vitality, still, once again, good recovery. They're learning the lesson, but because of how far ahead in terms of experience TT Global have, they know the limits and no mistakes made so far.
Yeah, Ching actually fighting that 1 versus 2, but here's the Umbrella Outburst, the flash away from Snowy, but it looks like they want to go for Joy. They have the knockup. He's trying to stay alive, but the Flaming Palm just way too much. Zankyu with first blood. Now Team Vitality on the run.
Great start, but Zankyu, here's the pressure. Sunrise, he's full health.
Yeah, full health here. Sunrise looking to go for that steal. Zankyu, not much he can do. He doesn't have smite.
He got it.
Oh, he got it. Somehow. Okay.
That's a good one, Zankyu. Okay, recovery, yes, 4-minute mark. They might have to trade away the Siren though.
Yeah, but they got first blood. They saved their red buff. I think that was all in all a win for Team Vitality right now. But the net worth still shifting in favor of TT Global here.
And the only thing now that is not really in favor is the fact that, look, Snowy as well as Ching, they're doing well in their lanes. A lot of pressure coming in from Vitality, but TT, they're having the lead at the side lanes, which means it's a difficult position to be in. They can both jump in for Neil later parts of the game.
They've been just farming so well in their lanes. They've been like look, Saule has been kind of contesting. Ching hasn't had like a free lane, but he's only up about 300, 400 gold at this point. But still, it's more about Snowy kind of getting on going. He's been able to provide that pressure. The net worth is starting to grow, but the Dream Roam right on top, the infinite fastness, he's circling around. He wants to stick around this bottom T1.
Okay, they give Sunrise an escape mechanism. He should be able to TP out. Or is he actually looking for a setup here because there is support coming in from Crane?
Oh, he finds Zan. He looks to go for this, but the Leaping Savior and the Forbidden Domain pushing him back. Zan still onto the tower. He will be fine, but with no minions, they're looking to go with that Dream Roam, finding it out, but Team Vitality pushed back more than anything else.
They need the help from Neil. Neil needs to help to do something here because once again, they're giving away free camps to the side of TT Global. What a dominant display. 19 gonna get stunned up.
Yeah, Neil there, I think he was looking more for that final blow, that annihilation, that kill steal, if you will, if the fight were to continue. But again, to your point, it looks like they've completely backed up, given their own jungle up.
So once again, like, look at the way TT Global is playing, right? It's not about, hey, I want to fight you. It's about pushing you away so I have access into the Forbidden Fruit, which is the Crimson Golem.
Yeah, and this is your jungle. You should not be giving that up for free. And now TT Global, with this lead, are looking to go. Here's the emergence with that Umbrella outburst continuing on. They're going to try to go for Snowy. He's just trying to dash away, trying to run for safety at this point. But Saleh taking most of this one, and the dive happens, and they find Zan. The Stampede is now going to connect, but they've already got Zankyu as well. It's a 2 for nothing, and they might want more.
Out of life, out of options as TT Global looking for a big win to close this series out 4-0. They are rewarded with the T1 at the top, at the middle, as well as the T1 at the bottom as well.
Taking everything. I mean, turning those kills into towers and just pushing them out. But this kind of started with that initial jungle invade. They were like happy squatters, TT Global that is, just taking over the enemy jungle, and Team Vitality were letting them have it.
And it's a rinse and repeat, right? You give me more, I will take even more. Now, the complete jungle annihilation coming in from TT Global. There is very little breathing room for the side of Team Vitality.
Overlord picked up here, and that's going to be even more of a push. Team Vitality on the back foot. Need to find some sort of way to get back in, but giving up their jungle is not the answer.
They can't. There really is nothing much here to explore. Zankyu, oh, hang on.
They find him at the Unending Sorrow. It looks like they want to go for that push in forward, just scaring them away, but they're going to take down this bottom T2 instead.
And look, every time it looks like TT Global has made a mistake, Joy comes in, refreshes. No ultimate for Crane, no problem. Here's your Unending Sorrow again.
The pressure's on. The Burning Sun Arrow is going to connect. They tried to cartwheel away, but Saul gets picked off. Here's the return. They get it on the backside. They get the Umbrella Outburst onto Snowy, but they can't really find him. They want to go. The Dream Roam is going to connect. They find Snowy on this one, but Neil with an annihilation snipe out. Zan has been killed, and now TT Global on the assault. Fine 19.
And with the tankiest member down 19, there is no defense. A T3 wide open for the side of TT Global. This is not going to be the end of the game just yet. Crane is falling low, but they get the T3. And TT Global, they reward themselves over and over again.
Yeah, Zankyu was looking to just deal with his Vanguard more than anything else. The bottom T3 had already been taken out, but TT Global are like, actually, the objectives we want are elsewhere. They're going to focus down on this mid T2 with that point, but it looks like they want the enemy jungle instead.
They have planted a seed in the jungle domination, and it has sprouted into the fruits of labor here. Team Vitality now with a open bleeding wound on the bottom side of the map, and this gives so much space. 8.5 minutes, next Tyrant free of charge for the side of TT Global.
All right, the open bleeding wound thing a little too gory in that point, but Sunrise taking the Tyrant. That was actually very close. Neil tried to go for the annihilation snipe out, was not able to get the steal.
Not bad, thank you. Looking for Snowy.
Oh, he's gonna go in. He goes right on the Snowy, wants to go, but the shields are on point, and Zankyu gets sniped out. out. He gets picked off, and now Saleh, it's a full-on retreat, trying to get back, but the death that sends it onto 2 with that meteor kill. The unbridled outburst is now going to be used, but at what cost? They continue on. They take the mid T2, and they're going to take the T3 as well.
And with this, the T3 in the middle, wide open. What can they do to make a defense? Nothing much. And it looks like TT Global, the doors are swinging wide open. They want to go for the kill.
They're going to go in the Dream Roll right onto 19. They have the damage, and Zan, one last guy. Oh, no, Zaku with that mirror domain, trying to fight this 1 versus 5, not able to do it. And TT Global, a matter of time. They're just waiting for the minion waves. They will look to end the game at the 10-minute mark.
History for the champions. That is it. TT Global take this whole series 4-0 clean gameplay.
They're going to move on to the semifinals, and what a great series. They were able to close that out. They will meet Nova Esports.